Well, hello and welcome everybody. This is Randy Replay. We're rolling on through the preseason. Week 3 starts today. Our preseason home opener, if you will, against the San Francisco 49ers. Kenny Erickson is able to return and play again. He is returning from injury, although don't expect to see him here tonight. We're going to go to the injury report quick for both teams and see what's shaking loose. Nick Easton's still out with an abdominal tear. Excuse me, must have been this bad soda I had. For 4 more weeks. Chris Kontorowitz is out for 3 more weeks with that shoulder tear. As we look at the 49ers and their 0-2 preseason, nobody injured, must be nice. Tonight, your starters will be looking very different as Smig will get the first quarter of action. Justin Sandman will get the first quarter of action. Jesse Peterson, Cameron Quick, Lou Wang will be your starting wide receivers. Offensive line doesn't change too much for starters. Travis Lee will start at tight end. As we flip to the defense, it will be Aaron Nelson and Robert Nichols, your starting cornerbacks. It will be Kevin Stark at left end, Lee O'Neill at right end, Terrell Oliver, defensive tackle number 1, and then Sean Clausen, number 2. Dan Nolte at linebacker, Justin Lewis, Rashid Spinks at middle, and then Ryan Bulow at left. And something called Poi Tralamalu getting the start at strong safety, of course, the first half starters. I said quarter, but they were going to give these guys first halves. And then we'll see Rosu, Rethwell, Ward, the Pickering brothers, Fitzer, Cross, Fritchie, Nelson, and company there in the second half. Not too much more to do. Let's get this thing. Let's get the first win of the preseason at home. Kickoff is next. Hello and welcome to the simulcast preseason game number 3 of 4, about ready to come to you. Randy Replay up here in the spacious and gracious media area as you look at the starters for tonight's game as quarterback goes. Of course, they will leave their starters in until the third quarter, but we are on a weird rotation, so don't expect to see them in that long. Moments ago, the player introductions here at US Bank Stadium. The crown jewel of the NFL, the Skull Chants have happened, and the players are coming out onto the field. As I mentioned, the nice cushy little broadcast area adjacent to the biggest sliding doors in the NFL. There are the players coming onto the field. Justin Sandman, I see Ryan Bulow, I see Drew Ward, and here's your starting quarterback, Smig. Actor coming out there. So the player introductions earlier have happened. They're going over some last minute things. Of course, not the start you want in the preseason, but this is an amazing stadium, and if there's anything that you need to get a win, it is your home team crowd. Bobby Tunnel down on the sidelines. Randy Replay up here in the booth. We're going to get this thing going. Brandon Baker approaching the kick. And boom, the doors are open and the lights are about to come on at 7 o'clock. Here is Goodwin taking this thing back. And he's brought down by a host of Vikings at the 26-yard line. And we're going to meet Brian Hoyer, something of a starting quarterback and such. So you take a look at the big video board. There are his measurables, and what a beautiful stadium this is, especially this season. We're having some technical feed issues there as we pick up the broadcast camera. Now we're back where we like to be, and Hoyer will start things off with a play action. Oh my gosh, Paul Fritchie missing on the tackle, but a big hit by Matthew Arnsdorf. Paul Fritchie, I do believe. Here's the San Francisco starters. We're going to go back and we're going to take a look. Staley Beadle, Zuka Van Roten, Carlos Hyde, Tim Hightower, Vance McDonald, Jeremy Carley, and company. So 2nd and 10, he gets back to the line. But look at this. I did say that was Paul Fritchie, but it was Zachary Anderson. I made a mistake here. It is preseason. Just like the players are getting warmed up and used to this, so are we up here in the booth. Of course, you see, we did bring the blitz. Poi Tralamalu and Zachary Anderson do come on the blitz here. Nobody picks up Zachary Anderson, and he has a dead beat at the quarterback. Just misses the big hit. And then, of course, Brian Hoyer brought down hard by Matthew Arnsdorf. No gain on the play. We're going to get you back to the action where Brian Hoyer, hopefully looking to lead his team to a better play than that. Of course, be sure to tune in. Coming into the third quarter, we'll start seeing our playmaker cameras and some of the backups here looking to make an impact. As Kevin Stark trips by Ryan Bilo. Carlos Hyde, rather, tripped up by Ryan Bilo. It's 3rd and 2. Actually, Justin Lewis. Of course, Randy Replay not used to these numbers yet. We will get used to the numbers here once they get the actual numbers that they're supposed to wear here in the regular season. So you will hear some stuff. Jerry Myers comes up to the line, and he is met. Carlos Hyde is met by a host of Vikings tacklers, and that will be Terrell Oliver's first tackle of the game. 4th and 4 now. Good defense here for the Minnesota Vikings. That's Sean Clausen and Terrell Oliver. I do also see number 50. Hard to tell who that was, but we get a first drive punt now for the 49ers. Vikings fans are coming out in droves here. Nearly sold out on the first preseason game at home. Pinion gives this thing a boot. Slazewski back to return, and we will see what he can do. Slazewski angles to the right, jukes, and goes down at the 28. Now we will meet your starting quarterback for your Minnesota Vikings, Samega Hagman. Comes out, of course, wearing that number 13. The gloves on the left hand, and the coach wristband. So calling all the plays from the field. And here we go. Justin Sandman will meet the Vikings offense and the defensive starters for your visiting team, San Francisco 49ers, in just a moment. Start the game off, handing to Sandman. Sandman angles to the right. He gets up to the 44-yard line after getting a 16, and the Minnesota Vikings first down. They are dead. Have you guys ever seen the movie Night at the Roxbury? That is what that was like. You know, when they pin the girl in between them and they say, don't hurt me, don't hurt me no more, don't hurt me no more, Justin, come on, buddy. So a good start to a rather dismal run game here in the preseason for the Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10 now from the 44. Eagle identifies the Mike linebacker. He will turn. He will give it to Justin Sandman for the 2nd time in the game. He will be tripped up after looking down. That got back on 26 yards on the day. Oh my goodness, Witherspoon on the tackle, and he pumps his fist. And the 49ers coach not happy about his defense. I mean, sorry, buddy, you got to do this here. You got to right this ship, as it were. And you can see he wanted the first down. Didn't quite get it, but there we go. Spiegel out of the play action. Looking. Short throw, Luis Gonzalez. He will catch it. He will take 3 49ers to get him down. 11-yard gain on Spiegel's first pass, and we have no problems moving the ball here. You can see he's just waiting for Luis Gonzalez maybe to turn upfield, but he holds on to the ball after getting contacted there by Ward and a host of other 49ers. So your Minnesota Vikings doing very good here to start the game. Of course, we got Bobby Tunnel down on the field. We did not call on him at all in the other preseason game. Screen pass. Justin Sandman. He's going to trip or get tackled down to, oh no, that's Daniel Hendricks down to the 32, 4-yard gain. Here are your Minnesota Vikings starters. Of course, Reef, Boone, Elflein. Sandman, Hendricks, Quick, Lee, and Wang out there for your receivers. Of course, next drive we will meet your defensive starters. Not next drive. Next play we'll meet the defensive starters for the 49ers. Smeagol from the shotgun takes the snap. Has a wide open Travis Lee across the middle or the right side of the field. 3 for 3, 37 yards. That one is a big gain down to the 10-yard line. moving the ball with no problem here on our home turf. Either that or the San Francisco 49ers aren't really what they thought we were. Well, right you are, Randy. Down here, the coach is fuming. That is, of course, the coach for the 49ers. Just fuming, angry that his players. The Sandman will break it. Sorry, Bobby, to cut you off, but Justin Sandman. Touchdown, Sandman, and touchdown, Vikings. First rushing touchdown of the preseason for Justin Sandman Vandershop, and he bounces off his own man and gets around the corner with speed. Oh my heavens, what an impressive drive. Of course, we will get your CenturyLink drive summary here shortly, but the fans love to see touchdowns. What a camera there. The pylon cam coming into play for the first time. Now Brandon Baker looks to add as we take the first lead. There we go, first lead of the preseason, scoring first on our drive. 6 plays, 73 yards, and took over 5 minutes off the clock. 3rd down and 3 here. We're going to see if we can get another defensive stop for the Minnesota Vikings. They're showing blitz. Tralamalu up at the line. And it's no, it's not even Tralamalu. It's linebacker Ryan Bilo coming in to make the stop. 4th and 7, and they will be forced to punt yet again. So Nolte and Bilo coming in off the edges to convey, or I don't even know, rendezvous at the point of attack at Carlos Hyde. And is that Mike Zimmer smiling? We have not seen that this year so far in the preseason. So Pignon. I don't even know if that's the pronunciation, but we're gonna do it here. So Slazewski, after the punt from Pignon, will get another opportunity. This one not as good as the first, as he's pinned down at the 15 after a big hit. So this high-powered offense will start again, this time from the 15-yard line. Smeagol comes out in the single back set. He has Travis Lee to his right, Justin Sandman behind him. He will give it to Sandman, and he will take a hit down at the 19, gain of 4. Now we'll meet your visiting 49ers starters on defense. DeForest Buckner, Elvis Doomerville, of course, Navarro Bowman, Ahmad Brooks. A lot of long-time names here in San Francisco. Eric Reed, Jamie Ward, Kwan Williams, and Deshaun Robinson will round out your starters. So here we go. After the 4-yard run, 77 total yards against 9 for the 49ers. Smeagol in the shotgun. As a pass completed across the middle, Jesse Peterson. Smeagol now 4 for 4, 48 yards. That'll move the chains, be a first down gain of 11. So good things happening here for this starting group. May just be the home field vibes, but you're definitely getting a different one. As Sandman will stay on his feet, stays on his feet, past the first down, gain of 13. And another first down, 53 yards now for Justin Sandman, and 100 total yards of offense for this Minnesota Vikings starting team. Of course, we do work out of a rotation here in Minnesota this season, but this is a very, very good thing to see. Smeagol. He will go play action, pass across the middle, caught Lou Wang, he'll get down, 8-yard gain. Bringing up a 2nd and 2. Smeagol now 5 for 5 to start the game. What an impressive outing against a number 1. Be it whether this team is good or not, we still have yet to be seen. As Sandman will take it, rumble, bumble, stumble up for the first down. Another first down in this drive for Justin Sandman Vandershop. Oh my heavens. Smeagol out of the shotgun will work with Justin to his right. He'll get the snap. Wide open. Cameron Quick across the middle. Cameron Quick gains the edge. He will do a back juke, make a man miss, and then get shoved out of bounds at the 11. 6 for 6, 89 yards, and Smeagol's feeling it here. The red-bearded boy wonder with a connection to Cameron Quick for 33 yards, and a Minnesota Vikings first down. You have to love seeing this after a team that, like I mentioned earlier, has been just not really what you thought they would be. As Cameron Quick, you see the back juke there. Very, very good work. Matthew Peterson, man in motion. Smeagol. Long running handoff to Sandman. He back jukes again. Gain of 4. Gain of 5, sorry, bringing up 2nd and 4. Oh my heavens, and the coach is just throwing up his hands. He doesn't know what to do here. We could just hit you with so many different things, so many different looks, and I do believe that this offensive playbook here is really getting into the head of the opposing coach. Smeagol, hand up, Daniel Hendricks. Daniel Hendricks forces his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. First rushing touchdown for Daniel Hendricks of the season as he is celebrating with Luke Slazewski down there. As the Minnesota Vikings now have their first double-digit lead of the preseason. Brandon Baker, extra point, spot, kick, and it is good. This is very good. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do, and they do it very, very well here. Of course, Kevin Stark out there, wanting the fans to get up out of their seats. Another pass, picked off! Poi Trollomalu off the ground! Poi Trollomalu with his first interception. And the Minnesota Vikings will take over. Picked it up off the ground, it seemed like. So the pass for Curley missed, and he held on to it the whole time. Coach thinking about throwing the challenge flag on both sides of the ball. Smeagol. Fake snap. He'll now get the real snap. Throw. Just over the head of Jesse Peterson for his first incompletion of the day. 8 for 9, 99 yards, and that will force a Minnesota Vikings punt. Mike Zimmer really wanted that one. That's okay, Zims. So did we, as you can see the Smeagol pass falling harmlessly to the turf. So Taylor Blaine comes in for his first punt of the game. Now, will this light a fire under the 49ers' butts? You got to believe it will, so be prepared for that. This punt is looking like it's, yes it does, goes into the end zone. And there we go. First quarter is over. Vikings lead 14-0 on the help of the running backs. Daniel Hendricks and Justin Sandman Vanderschaft with the touchdowns there. I mean, it's not all because of that. There were some good plays by this offense here. But so far, so good. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. This is Bobby Tuttle reminding you, you're not yourself when you're hungry. Grab a Snickers. Feed that hunger, baby. Back up to you, Randy. Well, thank you, as, of course, our TV broadcast commentators are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They will take over in the regular season, but for now, you get the simulcast. The beautiful voice of Randy Replay and Bobby Tuttle. So after the -1 yard run by Carlos Hyde, it's 3rd and 10 from the 20. But what we're going to do is we're going to step aside, get the starters out, and we will see you in just a moment. And we have returned here to the game, where it is a 3rd and 10 now. Minnesota Vikings have made the switch. Jeremy Lindsey, Otis McMillan, Richard Salty, Tevin Fair will make up your offense, or defensive line, I should say. We'll get to the rest here shortly as the throw caught Pierre Garçon. He got past, Matthew Arnsdorf out there. And that is a conversion of 3rd down. Backs, Matthew Arnsdorf, Aaron Nelson, Paul Fritchie, and Thaddeus Rozu come into the game as another first down by Brian Hoyer, 4 for 5, 63 yards and an interception. And then your linebackers are the Pickering brothers, Fitzer and Rethwell. Ooh, Brian Hoyer just overthrowing Carlos Hyde by a smidge on the running back wheel, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for these Minnesota Vikings. Or, however you want to look at it, 2nd and 10 for the offense. There's moving on the line there. Big play, and a big hit by Scott Rethwell, making the play being complete. Oh my goodness. So broken coverage, I do believe that was Scott Rethwell. No, that was Thaddeus Rosu with the big play. I do apologize. 3rd and 10 now. Fake handoff, Ryan Hoyer out of the shotgun. Play action, whatever you want to call it. He goes deep. This one out of the back of the end zone. Incomplete. We do have an injury timeout, so we'll get that as soon as we can. But meanwhile, your Minnesota Vikings give up a couple of first downs, but they'll force a punt. Now on the offensive side of the ball, as Pena will attempt the kick here, or the punt, however you want to look at it. He will punt this thing. Looks like it will go out deep, and it does at the 14. I know Stephen Campagna is in at quarterback. Daniel Henricks is the running back. And then you have Luis Gonzalez at tight end. You have Wilson Slazewski Letelier at your wide receiver. So Campagna will start off the drive with, big hit to Daniel Henricks. 2 rushes, 12 yards, and a touchdown for him. It was Richard Salty. Leg cramps will return soon. We're going to keep him in there if he will indeed return soon. So Navarro Bowman already 4 tackles in the game. 9 rushing plays to 11 passing plays. Looks like another pass play as Stephen Campagna stays in there. Darian Wilson caught to the right side, and he is down at the 37. So Campagna 1 for 1, 17 yards. Oh my heavens, what a play. Staying in the pocket. Now he's a shorter guy, so he's going to take a little bit longer to make his reads here with all of the commotion going on. Running back screen, Daniel Henricks. Not going to get much in ways of blocking, but it'll still be a good gain down to the 46. Daniel Henricks took another big hit. He's slow to get up. Takes a deep breath and runs back to the huddle. So 2 receptions, 13 yards for the running back here. There's a wide receiver screen listed, but we threw it to the running back. So Randy called it a running back screen. So here we go, 13 seconds left on the play clock. Daniel Henricks forces his way into, well, right onto the 50 actually. And a Minnesota Vikings first down. He celebrates with Alex Boone, I do believe that is down there. So far, so good for the second stringers now for the Vikings offense. Blake Letelier, you got Darian Wilson and Luis Gonzalez out there here. Pressure, throws, caught Henricks on the sideline. He steps out at the 47. Another broken play goes for 3 as they bring the blitz from the blind side. But Stephen Campagna gets it away for a minimal but a good gain. Daniel Henricks showing he can make sideline catches. I'm sure that will play into the coach's eyes as they make this rotation here. So here we go again. Campagna out of single back. It is given to Daniel Henricks, who brings it up to the 32, and the Minnesota Vikings are able to get whatever they want, it seems like, here this evening. Oh my goodness, Ward on the tackle, his second of the game. So Daniel Henricks with another good run. This running game for the Minnesota Vikings doing very good here this evening. I'm very, very pleased with how they have played. So Sam Gable will check in on the random play. Stephen Campagna in the shotgun. He goes play action. Wide, oh my gosh, he was wide open. Looking left through left, Luis Gonzalez, incomplete, just missed him. And Mike Zimmer wants that one back, and I'm assuming Stephen Campagna does, as that would have been a good play. Oh my heavens, we just missed a good play there. So 2nd and 10 now, Minnesota from the 32. Stephen Campagna to the right. He doesn't like what he sees. He calls an audible. Throw caught. Darian Wilson across the middle. He takes a hit but holds on to the ball down to the 13. Darian Wilson with a really good preseason. Adds 2 receptions to the season totals here and gets another Minnesota Vikings first down. So Darian Wilson course, the speedy receiver here. Campagna turns, hands it off to Hendricks. Hendricks will stay on his feet. He stays on his feet up to the 6. Gain of 7, that'll bring up 2nd and 3. Campagna wants to go. He wants to hurry here. Points out to the right. Not everybody was set, but Daniel Hendricks dives, end zone! No! They said he didn't get it. He got down at the 1, though. 6 rushes, 43 yards, and Daniel Hendricks is pumped up about his runs. Cuts in, finds the hole, dives, just kept out of the end zone. Mike Zimmer loves this kind of stuff. So we'll see what we can do now. From the 1-yard line, my good. Sam Gable, man in motion to the left side of the formation. Fake to Sam Gable. That was Josh Gable in motion. Sam Gable gets the pitch, and now 2 running backs of ours has touchdowns on the great fake by Campagna. Of course, he just trots into the end zone. Minnesota Vikings, ooh, touchdown. 20-0 pending the kick. The snap, the spot, the kick, it's all good. Bobby Tuttle, what do you got for me? That 11 plays, 86-yard drive capped off by a weird play to Sam Gable. 1 rush, well, it says 0, but he got 1 yard for the touchdown. Rookie by any means, I'm not saying that. He's just, not getting used to play. Everybody's not used to playing here, as the NFL season will commence in just a couple of weeks. And there's another completion, and he gets loose. Pierre Gousson goes for a touchdown. He somehow slips past the defense for a 72-yard score. And the 49ers finally get on the board with 8:46 left to go here in the second quarter. As Steven Campagna in the shotgun, he will get the snap. He will look. He will throw. Intercepted by Smith. And Smith will bring this thing all the way back for 6. Are you kidding me right now? Oh my goodness. So undercut the route. It's quickly 21-13. Of course, going for Blake Letelier. Did he just not see Smith? I'm really curious, but Campagna threw an interception here. Ooh, what a, just really undercut that route, did Smith. Chase Razoo crashing the line. Good decision. Carlos Hyde bounces it out. Paul Fritchie makes a miss, and there he goes. We will have a tie game pending the kick. Oh my goodness. So 21 unanswered points now for the 49ers here. Well, 20, but 21 if the kick is good, which is a very big rarity that it will be missed. So out of the shotgun. Wide receiver screen to Blake Letelier. He has space going down the left side of the field. He will step out of bounds, stopping the clock at 5:15. First down. Is calling out his protections. Steven Campagna gets the snap. Going deep. Darian Wilson caught. Touchdown Vikings! Went deep in single coverage. The safety came over, but it didn't matter. As yes, it is on you, buddy. Darian Wilson, big pass from Steven Campagna, and that will give the Minnesota Vikings the lead. Darian Wilson wasn't even a contest. He has jumps for days. Oh my heavens. Back keeper. He was able to get in space and get that thing down for a catch. And there is Carlos Hyde again. The Minnesota Vikings have struggled with the run defense, and it shows here as Carlos Hyde has scored his second touchdown of the game. Yeah, I'm just left speechless. Game. Dual tight end set. Throws. Intercepted by Williams. And will this be another pick six? Williams going. 10 touchdown as Steven Campagna thrown his second pick six of the game. So what was once a 21-0 lead has now blown up in their face. It's now 34-28, I do believe. The kick could make it 35-28, pending any weirdness. Nichols will try and block it, but it's 35-28 now. 3rd and 10. Campagna from the shotgun. He's got Sam Gable behind him. Gets the snap. It's a screen. Screen Sam Gable. Gable will not get the first down, but will hit the 2-minute warning. That will stop the clock. 4th and 2 when we return. No decision on what the coach wants to do, as you see score by quarter. 35 points scored in the second quarter for the 49ers. They are going to keep the offense out there. 4th and 2. So 4th and 2, Daniel Hendricks behind Stephen Campagna in the single back. He will get it. They will go no huddle yet again. I do believe that puts us at 100% going for it on 4th down. Throw, picked off. Stephen Campagna, 3rd interception of the quarter. As the boos rain down, Campagna having a good drive. Saw what he was going for, but you have to watch these linebackers and safeties out there. As you see, he undercut the route for the 49ers. Jeremy Lindsey will check in. Throw caught, intercepted. Danny Pickering, as he will bring this thing all the way back. Touchdown, Vikings! Danny Pickering wants to hear the fans as they come out in droves. Brian Hoyer, how does it feel, buddy? Well, I'm going to bump in. I'm not Brian Hoyer. My name is Bobby Tuttle, but what a read by Daniel Pickering as he picks this thing off. He has the first pick six of the season for the Minnesota Vikings. Danny Pickering undercut the route. He was going for 15, I do believe. And the rest is history. Snap down spot. Colin Kaepernick's kick, or hold rather, is good. Brandon Baker's kick is good. Hey, I'm no good at this. Back up to you, Randy. They will change their whole defensive scheme just before the snap. Otis McMillan falls, batted away, Daniel Pickering. So after the pick six, he will bat it away and force a punt. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna take a sip of this quick. Please forgive me. Pignon will kick this thing very, very deep. Luke Slazewski gonna give this thing a try here. He's going to get away. Duga, no, he lost the ball. He fumbled the football. Jones will recover the fumble. Oh my heavens. Got away. He trucked a man, lost the ball. And that's been the problem here. But keeping the ball in the hands. Brian Hoyer gets the snap. He will fire towards the end zone. Caught Garcon, another touchdown. It's just fitting just before the half they will tie it up here. Or no, rather take the lead. 35-41 going into the half. What a high-scoring game this has been. Kick from Gould is good, 42-35. So now if you don't give them the 3 pick sixes in the game, or 2 pick sixes in the game, this score would be very, very different. So he will give it another shot here. Hold on to the ball. 4 seconds left to go. Don't look for anything too crazy here, as Stephen Campagna looks like he's going to just kneel this thing down. get to halftime and hopefully do something else. So coming up, Randy Replay will cover everything first half Vikings football from US Bank Stadium as we take a look at the first half stats just kind of briefly here as the players walk to their locker rooms. Oh my goodness. So here we go. And welcome to your halftime break. Smeagol leads the team with a quarterback rating 112.5. He was 8 for 9. That is 88% completion percentage. For those of you that didn't know how to do math or simply didn't look over here. 8 for 9, 99 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. For Stephen Campagna, he has a quarterback rating of 50.4. 10 for 20, 50%, 142 yards, 1 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. For the rushing, Daniel Hendricks will take the game over with 12 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown. Justin Sandman, 9 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown as well. And Sam Gable, 1 for 1 with a touchdown. Stephen Campagna, 1 for 1. Darian Wilson so far, 4 catches, 88 yards, a touchdown. Daniel Hendricks, 3 for 16. Luis Gonzalez, 2 for 19. Nobody cares about blocking. We're going to go to defense, look at total tackles. And it's Matthew Arnsdorf, Justin Lewis, and Dan Nolte leading the team with 3. Tackles for loss, Nolte, Biulo, Oliver, and Lewis. Interceptions, Daniel Pickering and Poi Tralamalu. Pass deflections, one by Thaddeus Rozu. And Josh Fitzer, I do believe, had one in that first half as well. No safeties, and we had a pick 6 by Danny Pickering. We're going to switch up the depth chart here. And for the first time in 2 years, well, the only time, Colin Kaepernick will play against his old team. This should be interesting. We'll see you in just a moment. Another 3rd and 4 for Colin Kaepernick. Or as some people would call him, Colin Kaepernick. Either way, he'll get the snap, throws across the middle. He will hold on to this one, does Anthony Bisbee, as he's ripped down to the turf. What a play. Oh my goodness. Team is picking up here in the later goings. Colin Kaepernick out of the shotgun. He'll get the snap, throws. Caught Lu Wang, touchdown! Lu Wang gets the catch in between 2 defenders, falls ahead for his first touchdown of the game. As the pyrotechnics going off, that took a lot of time off the clock. Colin Kaepernick delivering a strike. Lu Wang just getting up and falling ahead. Ooh, gotta be careful of your head there, buddy. Seconds. Jacob Pickering on the line there. Passing play, intercepted, Aaron Nelson. Aaron Nelson down the left side of the field. He is gone. There is a flag. There is a flag. I do believe this one's coming back. And it is on the offense. Jacob Pickering, this one. It won't, well, the touchdown will come back. We will still get the pick. Aaron Nelson. We will go on from there. So Travis Parker in the backfield. He'll get the ball. Plow through, and that is his 4th touchdown of the preseason. Plowed through the safety. He gives the Vikings the lead. And Hoyer brought down by Tevin Fair and Otis McMiller. Oh my goodness. Or no, Terrell Oliver, sorry. So Tevin Fair and Terrell Oliver will team up to bring down Brian Hoyer as they each get a half sack for this play. So after going down the field, they team up and bring him down. Of course, Sean Clausen was in on the tackle as well. Or no, Josiah Russell. But he came in kind of at the end, the Minnesota Vikings. So 3rd and 12, Hoyer will get the snap. McMillan rushes the quarterback. Arnsdorf, oh! It was Arnsdorf pick. but it batted away. The receiver had to turn in to a defender there, as Garcon, I do believe, batted it away from Arnsdorf. What a pass deflection. If we could get another shot. No, okay, so a long field goal attempt. Longer than usual. This one about a 40 yarder, I would say. Oh, almost blocked. They're going to get a flag, 3 first down. Oh, no. And that is Robert Nichols again. 3 first down. So here we go. Minnesota Vikings. And Carlos Hyde will get in there. Extra point away from tying it yet again. 48-49. Robert Nichols will stop at the line, giving him the free pass. Robbie Gould's kick is good. 49-49, 3:58 left to go here in the third. That's what really kills your team is the penalties. 1st and 20. Kaepernick will get the snap. Kaepernick will take off. Kaepernick gets most of the yards back after a 15-yard scamper. They call. Cameron Quick, Anthony Bisbee out there. You got Darian Wilson out there now. Kaepernick throws it up. Caught by Cameron Quick down at the 25. Are you kidding me? Cameron Quick is going all out here. If I do say so myself. You come out. Throws, caught, Gonzalez. Touchdown Vikings. He holds on the way to the ground. Doesn't matter if he would have dropped it, already crossed the plane. And that is the first receiving touchdown for Luis Gonzalez in this game. Tart on the tackle. And that is what you get here. You get a deep team here, and they work out good in the rotation scheme that we have going on as we take the lead. Touchdown Vikings, 55-49, pending the kick. Brandon Baker's kick is up. It is good. That'll bring up a 3rd and 3 now. Now we will play make Tevin Fair. Tevin Fair trips him, and I do believe he didn't get it. Needed 3, got 2. Tevin diving. They're going to go for it, though. 4th and 1, they're going to go for it. Beathard comes out of the I formation. Beathard will turn. Play action, and it gets brought down. Richard Salty, the Dogger, will get him for the sack, and Beathard goes down in a heap. Oh my goodness, so now the Minnesota Vikings really have a chance to put this thing away as Richard Salty stays on his knees there celebrating. So what a play. They call an all-out blitz. Man-to-man coverage for the 3 wide receivers, well, 2 wide receivers and a tight end. And just man coverage, tight man coverage leading to the blitz and the sack of Beathard by Richard Salty. You got to believe he was just going to throw it away. 3rd and 6 now here for the Minnesota Vikings defense. They got to get a stop as they go to the tight end side. He will make the throw. Caught, but separation forced by Zachary Anderson. I do believe that's who that was, forcing, and they're going to go for 2. I mean, they're going to go for it on 4th down and 6. So 4th down and 6, they're going to spread the line here. Beathard gets the snap. Clausen. And brought down by Josiah Russell, rather. Another big 4th down sack from the shotgun. He doesn't like what he sees, so he calls the audible. Pass caught. Lou Wang down the right side of the field. Should he? Touchdown, Lou Wang, and touchdown, Vikings. Another one, a 52-yard pass from Colin Kaepernick to Lou Wang. They will score, and they'll go up now by 2 touchdowns if the kick is good. So Lou Wang, another preseason touchdown, second of this game, regular season form, as we trek on through the preseason. And Josiah Russell with a sack. Sorry to cut you off there, Bobby. I know you were monologuing there. I don't know if monologuing or whatever, but Josiah Russell picks up another one. Josiah Russell has been nearly getting to the quarterback. Beat hard every single play. As that will be considered a sack. Richard Salty, second of the game. So this offensive line for the 49ers imploding now. Richard Salty tries to get there again, almost does. Third and goal coming up from the 5. And now what do you do if you're the 49ers? We're going to find out as the linebackers will spread him on. And he caught it and held on after 2 hits. Oh my goodness. So that is Aaron Nelson, or no, Zachary Anderson and Thaddeus Rosu on the hits. But it is caught for the touchdown. They will kick for the extra point. Going to make it 56-63 if it's good. Nichols will make sure he doesn't hit the kicker. Now you got a little interesting something, as Daniel Hendricks will be the running back the rest of the way. Now you have something interesting. You have a game that, if we score here, will be a 10-point game. It's 4th and 4. Brandon Baker trotting out there for the extra point, or for the field goal try of 54 yards. So it is preseason. You do have to find out what you have here for Brandon Baker. As the 54-yard kick is away, and it is good. Just has enough. So Brandon Baker now has a career and a preseason long of 54 yards. Just barely getting in. Oh my goodness. I'd say 53 is about his max. He just hit that one perfect. So your score with 1:10 left to go, 66-56. Minnesota Vikings, boom. Goes the dynamite. And here comes the returner. He's going to bring this thing downfield. Nobody's going to be able to get him. Are you kidding me? That is a touchdown. 101 yards for the returner, Ellington. Well, Wellington called now, as Derek Fahey has muscle cramps. He'll be able to return soon, so we'll see the return of Derek Fahey. This to make it a 63-66 game. And the kick is away. It is good. So, oh my goodness. Vikings lined up in the onside recover. Of course, the hands team out there. It is picked up by Sam Gable. And hopefully, this will be the end with only one timeout remaining for the 49ers. Derek Fahey back in the game after having some muscle cramps in his back. He will get the snap. He will get the handoff and bring it out to the 41. So 53 seconds left to go here in the game. US Bank Stadium, a close one, 63-66. Vikings lead. Looks like Colin Kaepernick will come out in the victory formation. And this should just about do it here. Kaepernick will kneel down and whoa! Elfline thrown down by a 49er. Where is the flag for unnecessary roughness or whatever? It doesn't really matter. You can be all fired up as much as you want, but this game is over. The Minnesota Vikings will move to 1-2 on the preseason now as they take care of the 49ers here. As Colin Kaepernick will kneel down one more time, and that will just about do it here from US Bank Stadium. 30 minutes of possession time for your Minnesota Vikings. 4th and 8, but it won't matter. 10 seconds left to go. Bobby, your takeaways were the just all-around defense and offense. I don't want to say they meshed very well. They played a a more overall good game. I think, for me, this offensive line play was very, very good, letting minimal sacks across. There was only, I want to say, 3 or 4 sacks recorded here on the Minnesota Vikings. So your score by quarter, excuse me, 42 points surrendered by this Vikings secondary team. Stephen Campagna looking at a couple. Excuse me, it's been a long night for Andy. It's about 9:45 down here at the stadium. This game started at about 7 o'clock. And Randy's just about ready to get out of here. And I still have to stay here to beat the traffic on the way home. But your post-game stats, they beat us in passing yards and average yards per play and takeaways as they get 4. We get 3, though. We're going to go over everything. Second preseason game, or third preseason game, sorry, first from our home stadium right now. Colin Kaepernick finished the game with a 1.465 QB rating. That's 9 for 13. That is 69% completion percentage. For those of you that don't know how to do math or didn't look over here, 147 yards for Colin Kaepernick, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Stephen Campagna, 50.4 QB rating. He was 10 for 20, 50% completion percentage, 142 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, and as far as I know, 3 of those went for 6. We're going to actually take a look. Go to their defense. Okay, so 2 went back for 6. I said 3 the whole way, but it turns out it was 2. Now we're going to rush through these. Smeagol started the game with a 112.5 QB rating, 8 for 9, 88 yards, 99 yards passing, no touchdowns, no picks. Daniel Hendricks led the team with carries, 13 for 76 and a touchdown, also led the team in yards. Derek Fahey, 12 carries, 50 yards, no touchdowns as he comes back after leaving with an injury. Justin Sandman, 9 for 69 with a touchdown. Sam Gable, 8 for 51 with a touchdown. Travis Parker, 5 for 35 with a touchdown. Colin Kaepernick, 3 for 13. And Stephen Campagna, 1 for -1. Receiving, Lou Wang, 6 for 92 and 2 touchdowns. Lou Wang having a very good preseason. Darian Wilson, 4 for 88 and a touchdown. Luis Gonzalez, 3 for 26. Also hauled in a touchdown. Daniel Hendricks, 3 for 16. Cameron Quick, 2 for 63. G.S.A. Peterson, 2 for 21. Anthony Bisbee, 2 for 17. Travis Parker, 1 for 9. Luke Slazewski, 1 for 5. Blake Letelier, 1 for 21. Sam Gable, 1 for 8. Travis Lee, 1 for 22. Nobody cares about blocking, so we're going to go to defense and look at total tackles. It was Matthew Arnsdorf with 7. Thaddeus Rosu with 5. Thomas Cross with 6, for Rosu. 5 for Cross. Aaron Nelson, Richard Salty, Paul Fritchie with 4. Justin Lewis, Dan Nolte, Ryan Bulow, Zachary Anderson, Josiah Russell, Tevin Fair, Terrell Oliver with 3. Robert Nichols, Jerry Myers, Josh Fitzer, Luke Slazewski with 2. Scott Ruthwell, Otis McMiller, Mike Remmers, Jacob Pickering, Kevin Stark, Poi Tralamalu, Leo Neal and Luis Gonzalez each with 1. Tackles for loss, we had a couple. Dan Nolte, Ryan Bulow, Terrell Oliver, Justin Lewis. Sacks, we had 3 sacks combined. 5 rather, sorry. 2 for Josiah Russell, 2 for Richard Salty. Half sack Otis McMiller, half sack Tevin Fair. Interceptions, Aaron Nelson, Danny Pickering, and Poi Tralamalu. Pass deflections, Rashid Spinks, Thaddeus Rosu, Zachary Anderson, Matthew Arnsdorf. No forced fumbles, no fumble recoveries. Today, we almost had a blocked kick, but he ran into the kicker. No safeties and 1 defensive touchdown on the pick 6, Danny Pickering. Kicking, Brandon Baker, 1 for 1 from 54, 9 for 9 on extra points. Punting, Taylor Pleen, 3 for 147, netting 126. Kick returns, Darian Wilson, 1 for 32. Luke Slazewski, 6 for 143. Sam Gable, 1 for 2. Danny Pickering, 1 for 0, of course, on the onside kicks. Punt returns, Luke Slazewski at 3 for 33, longest of 15. So I don't see Colin Kaepernick staying on roster, but he really proved something that he still hasn't. Whether it's going up against second string and third string or not, He took the whole second quarter of the game and really kept us in this thing with 3 touchdowns. Excuse me, we're going to get you... Randy's going to get out of here. We're going to get you back to the main screen where we will cover next week's game against the Miami Dolphins. Once again, your Minnesota Vikings victorious 66-63. And hello and welcome back to the main screen. This is Randy Replay. Week 4 of the preseason brings a not-so-fun thing to talk about. We do have to remove 7 players from this roster. So we will deal with that next week. Last preseason game at US Bank Stadium. Kickoff at 7 p.m. Central Time. Then we have the Saints in week 1 of the regular season. There were a couple injuries in this last game. We're going to see if any of them has any sustainability past that game. No, so Chris Kantorowicz still 2 weeks and Nick Easton 3 weeks. We're going to go ahead just for S&Gs. Look at the Dolphins. So they have Damian Williams, the running back, torn rotator cuff. They have Marquise Gray, the tight end, Minnesota boy, out for 4 weeks with a foot fracture. He's going to miss almost the whole entire season is Damian Williams. And then Juwan James, their right tackle, with an Achilles tear. He's going to miss 47 weeks and is on IR. You hate seeing that, especially with an important position as the offensive line could be. So we're going to get you out of here. And I'm going to get out of here. Maybe get some sleep tonight. Randy Replay. Trying to send off this thing. So after dropping to the Bills and the Seahawks on the road, we come back home. We get a win in front of our home team crowd, 66-63. And we are now tied for bottom of the division. We would be... Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I do believe we would be in second if the Bears wouldn't have tied, because they probably would have lost that game and be 1-2. So everybody would be tied for second. But the Packers sit atop the NFC North 2-1. But it is preseason. After next week, everything will be wiped clean and the slate will be empty. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you next week for the final preseason game, and then we head into the regular season. Hey, see ya.